Hey, my name is James Mason. In this video, we're going to talk about swing trades for January, what to trade, and when to trade them. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, for this first ticker, this is ticker CSCO. The time frame, the 1 year, 1 day chart. My indicators, Bollinger Bands, the 200 EMA line, this orange line, the VWAP line, and then the MACD. So for ticker CSCO, I am looking for this to break above 50.30. So if we go to the chart right here and look at 50.30, which is right in about right in here. If you look at my crosshairs, I'll zoom in for you. If you look at my crosshairs, it's right at the top of this candlestick, which is literally right, at the bottom of that wick for that gap down right there. So as this comes up, in this critical point right here, and remember this, as this VWAP line, this orange line, breaks this 200 EMA line, it's probably going to put it around that 50.30 range, which will be breaking, this high point right here. And that is what I want to see for a setup in a long position here for ticker CSCO. And this one, whenever this setup takes place, if it takes place, I would assume it would with how it's pushing up currently. But you never know. This is why you have to wait for these critical moments. So as it breaks this, that VWAP line should be above that 200 EMA line. And that crossover is a pretty powerful long trend crossover in both directions. So again, ticker CSCO. I want to see it above 50.30 before I consider it a long play. As for the target price on it, just going to ride the momentum on this one. I could come here and break down, all the resistances, but that would take me forever. And I'm going to try to make this video as short but concise as possible. So the next one, ticker PFE. So for ticker PFE, I am looking to go long in it above 39.65. So if we go here to 39.65, if you look at my crosshairs, it's right at the tip of that long tail back here after that gap down. This will act like a slight resistance at this point, but it should be all right. If you come over here, it would be breaking above these candlesticks on the daily chart. Right now, the VWAP had already crossed that 200 EMA. As long as this holds up and breaks this range, should be sitting all right for a longer term bullish move. And that value again is 39.65. That is what I will be looking for. For the next ticker, EBAY. For eBay, I am looking for it to break 37.50. So if we find 37.50, you can see my crosshairs right here about 37.50. At this point, that VWAP line should be crossing over that 200 EMA. And then I want to see it break above this opening on this candlestick, this low right before that gap down. That is what I will be looking for ticker EBAY. At that point, with that crossover with the VWAP and the 200 EMA, it should set up And I would pretty much look for, a shorter term bullish move here. If I was going to just, take profits pretty quick, I would look for it at the top of these candlesticks, which that value is about 39.25 right there. And again, that entry point, 37.50. For this ticker, this is ticker KHC. So we can see how I had this massive gap down back here. And if you look, you can see how on the daily chart, the candlesticks came back up right here to test this 200 EMA line. Let me back out just a tad. So here we are. And for this one, I want to see it break above 35.85, which would be, let me back out just a tad and I'll show you why, which would be back here. So at 35.85 would be the opening on its first day after its gap down. At that point, that VWAP will be above that 200 EMA line, and it will be breaking the threshold for that first day that it gapped down at the opening. Now, here, since it's going to start breaking that, that threshold, this one could turn out to be, a longer term, just slow grind. I mean, you can see how this ticker, it's moving, but overall it's not like forcefully moving. So this one right here, I would buy longer term contracts and just ride it up. But if it would fill this gap, it's literally 11 points, over 11 points right there, almost 12. Would I expect it to, break out and run up hard to that? Nah, not at all. But if we can pull a couple points out of it, that'd be great. For the next one, this is ticker CVX. I'm looking for this one to break 122.15. So currently it is sitting at 120.51. I'm looking for it to break 122.15, which would put it about right in here above, these candlesticks. And if you drew a trend line across, you could see how that acted like a support and a resistance. And at that point, once it breaks that threshold, it would probably go up, and I would say probably test about this 125 range. So we could probably take about 2 points, maybe a little bit more if it decided to break across that and come up here and test this 52-week high. Currently, we have the VWAP that has broken above and is sitting above that 200 EMA. And again, I'm just waiting for this one to break that 122.15 to take it into a swing trade. And for the final one, this is ticker HD. For this ticker, I am looking for it to break 122, which would be about right in here. So if you look at this candlestick, this red candlestick, it opened up at 122. Currently, VWAP is above that 200 EMA line, so we should be all right. And if you look back, you can see how, that VWAP how it worked with that 200 EMA line. So again, ticker HD, I'm looking for it to break 222, which would be above these candles right here. And for this next resistance, and I'll talk about the resistance here since it is so close. Next one, you have a slight one right here, but I'm not too worried about that one. But right here, 226. That will probably act like a decent resistance. But for this one, that would be my target price personally. And again, this is just all my opinion. But 222 would be my entry, and 226 would be my exit, and I would see how it performed at that point. And I'll just do a quick rundown of the tickers and the values that I'm looking at for entry. Ticker CSCO breaking above 50.30. Ticker PFE breaking above 39.65. Ticker EBAY breaking above 37.50. Ticker KHC breaking 35.85. Ticker CVX breaking 122.15. Ticker HD breaking 222. So this is what I'll be looking for swing trades for the month of January. And again, a lot of it has to do with this VWAP breaking above that 200 EMA line or just right above it, because that usually signals that longer term trend on both the bullish and bearish side. So I hope this video helped you guys out. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.